Hello friends, today we bring you the story of the film The Fearway. If you enjoy the video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like the video, and share your views in the comments. Sarah and Michael, a happily engaged couple planning their wedding, are driving through Highway 66 in the desert. They are heading to meet Sarah's father due to his serious heart condition, wanting to spend time with him. While they discuss this, suddenly Michael feels a jolt, as if their car hits something. In this desolate place with no other cars in sight, they suspect it might be an animal. Additionally, Sarah is pregnant, so they want to avoid any risks. Michael suggests that Sarah stay safely inside the car. He gets out to check the car and the surroundings, ensuring nothing is underneath it. Although there's no sign of an animal or any damage, Michael remains puzzled, feeling as if the car hit something. Observing Michael spending time outside, Sarah also exits the car to assist him in inspecting. Suddenly, she slips, falls, and hurts her leg. Michael helps her up, and they both notice an unusual sight despite the scorching desert, a frozen patch of snow or ice. Perplexed, they speculate that a passing car might have caused this, leading them to leave the area. As Sarah and Michael continue driving, they realize a black sports car is tailing them. It doesn't pass them and stays persistently close. Seeking respite, Michael diverts towards a hotel by the roadside. This move allows the troublesome car to move ahead. Inside the hotel, they talk about their wedding plans and Sarah's father. While waiting for their drinks and menu, Sarah notices an elderly couple. Meanwhile, the woman from the desert is also present in the hotel. The story intertwines different characters and their experiences, building an atmosphere of suspense and intrigue. Saving her life once again, the waitress is offering Sarah and Michael 2 quarters to use. She explains that this allows them to avail any 2 services. Meanwhile, Michael uses it for the jukebox, and he's astonished to hear the same song playing that he recorded with a band years ago. They enjoy the song when suddenly the elderly couple starts berating the hotel manager for serving them such cold and icy food. Sarah listens carefully as she had noticed snow on the road earlier. She thinks the hotel might be responsible for it. When their packed food arrives, she gives a generous tip to the busboy. His age reminds her of her father's struggles to create a secure environment for their family. She admires his hard work and sympathizes with him, prompting her to offer assistance. Later, Sarah and Michael leave the hotel, only to collide with something again. Though there's nothing on the road, the black sports car is still following them. They try to escape but end up at the same spot again. They repeatedly pass the same location, causing them to believe they've taken the wrong route. In reality, they're trapped in a time loop. The ferryman is approaching them once again in the black sports car. Inside the hotel, they see that the hotel staff is not what they seem. The waitress and busboy are aware of Sarah and Michael's plight and are trying to help. The manager explains that they made a deal, and now they have to honor it. Sarah wants to call the police using a nearby phone booth as their phones have no network. She calls 911, reporting the man in the black sports car who has been harassing them. The hotel manager takes on the role of the police, informing Sarah that the location she described is far from their station, and it will take them hours to arrive. She'll have to wait there until they can come. So that they can report and also rescue them from there. After that, Michael asks the manager how long they've been wandering around there. The manager suggests that they might be taking the wrong turns repeatedly due to the many similar looking paths in the area. Despite being on a highway, there are no signs or traffic control to guide them to the right route. Sarah explains to Michael that they'll have to wait for the police, so she's willing to stay at the hotel after having a meal. They haven't had a chance to eat, so they're looking at the menu to place an order when they notice the girl with the injured hand, who seems to be warning them to leave through a sequence of movements. She's trying to tell them that it's dangerous here. However, the manager interrupts and grabs her, mentioning her erratic behavior and her potential craziness, apologizing for her behavior and then taking her away. The manager brings them to a room in the hotel, where Sarah is upset and doesn't want to go. Despite her resistance, the manager forces her into the room, making it seem like he's putting her in a cage, portraying her as a creature that feeds on humans. Once their meal is finished, the busboy leaves them a note, warning them to escape. The waitress and the busboy want to save them, but the manager arrives just in time to grab the note. Now, he has successfully detained them in the hotel room for the night. As they're being brought near the room, Sarah and Michael notice strange, eerie shadows around the room, covered by frosty windows. Until now, they haven't revealed their addresses, their real names, or their occupations, so they're puzzled about how the manager knows all these details. This uncertainty and unease cause Sarah and Michael to flee the scene. The manager chases after them, and the busboy and waitress signal him to let them go, but the manager implies that they're not as powerless as they think. They are limited to what's under their control, and beyond that, they can't do anything. Despite their escape, Sarah and Michael now believe that the man in the black sports car and the hotel manager might be collaborating intentionally on the highway. So, when the black sports car is pursuing them once again, they are trying to decide whether to escape from it. They opt to go after it this time, but they end up colliding again and spinning in circles. Now, they're driving their car towards the hotel. It's futile since they believe they might be stuck in some kind of loop, perhaps trapped in a maze-like scenario where they can't find their way out. Michael suggests they try walking on foot, hoping they might find a path between the road and the desert. But as they walk, they notice their own car right in front of them. She's visible, lying overturned on the road, blood smeared on the windshield, shattered glass around her, and upon closer inspection, they both are injured. The couple has a sense that their car has had an accident, and they might be dead inside. They're still watching the ferryman who's chasing them. In a moment, Michael tries to confront him, but he gets injured again, prompting them to flee in fear and return to their own car that they had used to try to find an escape route on foot. They're trying once again to get away from that route, but they're exhausted. So they're heading back to the hotel, and she's now directly questioning the manager about the place. Why do they keep ending up here? Who is the person in the black sports car? Why is he chasing them? Who are all of them? And what was that scene where they saw themselves dead in their car a while ago? Could they be dead? The manager explains that this place lies between life and death, where they send both the living and the dying to their designated places. Since the establishment of the hotel, they have been performing this job to keep people alive, and in return, they bargain to ensure their own survival. The man in the black sports car, the ferryman, is death itself, and they can't escape him or outrun him. He will pursue them until they die in the real world and accompany him to his realm. As long as they are alive in the real world, they're safe from him. Their blood is spilling on the road where the accident happened, and they are fighting for their lives. So, he's chasing them, and once they die, he will take their souls to his realm. Sarah questions the manager if there's no way to escape this fate, as she doesn't want to lose Michael and their child, who hasn't even been born yet. The manager tells her that it's up to them to decide. The manager is on the phone with God, insisting that there might have been a mistake and that it's not time for Sarah and Michael to die. On the other hand, Busboy, who Sarah perceives as someone like her father, is also asking for time from God, not wanting anything to happen to them. He's driving their car towards the ferryman. For a moment, it seems as though he's Sarah's father, someone who wants an extra life for his children, who's trapped between life and death, but is willing to exchange his life to save them. As evening falls, Michael and Sarah are sharing a kiss, promising to be in each other's lives forever. Meanwhile, in voiceover, they hear Sarah saying, "Be in my life forever," and then, with a gasp, Sarah opens her eyes. She's alive. However, the film doesn't reveal whether Michael is alive or not. With this, the film comes to an end.